Okay, this one we are going to start working on a bit of a more complicated action. So very similar to the Sturtzau that we covered earlier, we will be doing the high cross Sheil, or Meyer's right Sheil to me, right? This information comes from a variety of people and different opinions, but Julian, Sean Franklin, and other people helped facilitate how I feel about this as well. So, the right Sheil, or the crossed arm Sheil, comes at this particular angle. Okay, unlike A's work, which would be, possibly ascending, more vertical line with a slight descent. The Sheil comes down at this angle. Okay, you can obviously, boom, come straight down and different things, but I don't find it gives you as much coverage of lines, and that's what I care about more than anything. Unlike your standardized Sheil, which we come across, this is a good opener and you can work from, the right Sheil I find is best as a second intention, right? I need to see what they're doing to go from. You can try to come from here and be in this whole like weird wristed position to do it. I don't feel like it's as well done. So if you're in that versus edge here, you're here, right? And then you can do it that fashion. I haven't had success with it. Potentially, I need to fight more lefties, see if I can make it work, because that's where it will really come into much more of an effect, right? Once you have them committed to something, this actually works better. Of course, the camera will be in and out of focus as per usual. So we're going to start off with some simple pieces to make this work. Okay, we're going to start off the left shoulder with a cut to end into it. Then we will worry about from flug, thrust to it. And then we will go to what I like to call the Julian Special. It's the Julian Special because he uses it quite highly effectively. But also, at the same time, I've been able to use it a lot lately myself, so I'm pretty confident with it. So the first one we will write is off the right Zorn Tog. Boom, displace, come around. Second one we will work on will be flug thrust to Sheil. And then the last one will be an unter, Sheil, over. Okay? On that notion of the hand motions, make sure you are turning your body to make this happen. Right? So you're striking out. So strike, roll. Right? So it should be like you're just in right ox. That's how you're kind of ending. Right? If you need to have it slightly out from your chest to do it, do so. Again, final notion before we get into the drilling actions. This is a very complicated thing to pull off in full gear. Get very comfortable with it without gear to where you know what you're seeking. Then put on gear to make it continue. First thing I would do would be gloves, just so that way you know where your hands need to be in gloves. Then afterwards, you put on jacket, forearm protection, to see if that can still happen. Even if it does not work fully in that fashion that this does, it does give you kind of coverage range to work to other things. So that's a bit of a coverage piece on that. So before we lose too much time, let's get to it. So the first one we're going to be from here, pass, as that's clearing or knocking away. We're doing a small adjustment. Okay? So from here, boom, gather, cut. So to work it in the drill fashion, we'll be here, 10 of these, no step, right? Make sure you're getting it. 10 leg already out. You feel that hip in all your cutting mechanics. Then from here, where you're cutting out with this side, and then we're going to do 10 where you're going to fall up a little short. So from here, okay, from here. So it'd be like you're clearing as soon as you're about past the long point. Gather, strike. So from that position in here, we can be here, because be in this position here. And from here, you can either gather or you can just make an adjustment depending on your opponent's range. They knock you off, step and cut. 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 Right? You need to gather. Cut. Gather. Cut. And more fluidic motion. Fail. Sheil. Fail. Fail. So, one notion on this, to make this work highly more effective, you do not want to be like this. You do not want to be in your left with the edge facing out. That gives a very sharp angle. You can cut with it. It can do things, but it's going to make this really tight, really hard to do. Example, at Crumpal, somebody was failing in their, I'm sorry, not Crumpal, at SoCal, someone was failing in their cutting quals, and the problem would be this was the position versus this position, right? Because if you're in high tog, right, and you're going to go to a proper cut, you have to cut from that descending line, right? Boom, boom. So from there, drop it down. Now you're at that proper kind of angle to do this action. So now, when I cut, notice points in line, I now cut like that proper zone, boom, boom. So, notion of that is a huge thing people get wrong often. Okay, what are we at on time? 8 minutes? Okay, so that's that one. I'll do the thrust one next.